and that was a stamp that we created for ourselves the previous year. We won the tough games, we won the close games, and this year, we just didn't get the breaks. But I mean, that's just on us. That's on us, lack of execution, and that's what you get. You get losses in tough games.
I know that the season will turn out as well for the team. Let's talk about it for you. I mean, you've been waiting for that shot to show what you could do. I mean, how good do you feel about what you showed on the field this year?
I feel good about it, but it's a team effort. The offensive line played great this year, and it's pretty much a team effort. Everything that I did was pretty much because of the offensive line. So hats off to those guys.
You say team effort, but as an offensive player, knowing that you probably had to go out there every drive and score just to keep pace sometimes.
I wouldn't say that. We never thought that we had to go out there and score every drive. Sometimes the defense comes through, and some of the big wins that we had this year, the defense made key stops in key situations, and we were relying on them. So, like I said, it's still a team thing. It's a balance. With Coach Muschamp coming, I feel like the defense will be, better next year, and the offense potential-wise is through the roof. So hopefully, next year they can succeed where we failed at this year.
Is that sometimes deflating, knowing that watching some of the defensive struggle the way they did?
Not really. Like I said, it's a team thing, so you got to pick each other up. You can't get down because someone scores. Because when we don't score, they go out there and they get some stops for us. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's still a team thing.
What was your feeling when you saw the field goal in the air and then you saw it at the post?
Disappointment. Definitely disappointment. I thought it was good when it hit the post. I was speechless. I didn't know what to say after that.
Does it show just the luck or the lack of luck that you maybe had the last part of this season?
Like I said, I wouldn't call it luck when we win. I wouldn't call it luck when we lose. Just a lack of execution at the end of the day.
When you think back to this season and your time at Auburn, your 2 years, what are you going to think of? What's going to stand out to you?
It's a very special time. If you know anything about me, for me to even be, for me to come this far in life, period, is a blessing. So I'm always appreciate my time at being an Auburn Tiger.
What's next for you, Cap? Where do you go from here?
Train for the NFL.
Do you already have a place where you're going to train? You already got that worked out?
1 or 2 spots. I'm not sure yet.
You really kind of got it going there in the second half. Do you feel like you were in a pretty good rhythm around the ball?
Yeah, definitely. We made some adjustments at halftime. I had to make sure they knew I wanted the ball. So, but at the end of the day, we made some adjustments. And the offensive line played great in the second half. We figured out what they were doing up front, and we got our pace going. And we were able to run the ball pretty well.
What do you do to make sure that you wanted the ball?
I told them I want the ball. It's about as simple as you can be.
Who'd you tell?
Anybody who will listen.
Cam, you really had to be patient last year waiting for your turn. This season turn out the way you wanted it to?
No, actually it didn't. I fell short of what I wanted to do. I wanted to break the record. So I fell short of that. If I'd have had another game, I would have.
You want to broke Trey's record?
Yeah, if I'd had another game, I'd have did it. But we ain't go to that SEC championship. So.
You being needed against Gordon, do you think he deserves all the credit and accolades he's got?
Melvin Gordon, I never said he did. Melvin Gordon is a great running back. He has a great offensive line. They got a great team, great coaching staff, and they're great at what they do. They're a power run team. And just look at the history of Wisconsin running backs. They pretty much got all the records in the NCAA.
As you do prepare for the next level, how much do you think you're going to have to address age as a concern for teams? Obviously, you didn't play for a couple of years, but unless you are older than a 21-year-old junior coming in.
I don't know. With age comes maturity. So, some of the same problems you'll have with a 21-year-old, you won't have with me. And at the end of the day, the 2 years I was sitting at home, I wasn't playing football. So, I probably got the same wear and tear that 21-year-old got.
With Violin, sweet to meet you.
Appreciate it.
Pat, you got a phone number you can share for future reference? We can call you up and see how things are going.
Oh, yeah.